Hey everyone, it's Martina with Sales Leadership and Management for Dummies. Back again. So this week, just kind of would like to recap. One of the things is, so many people say, hey, I could do sales, I could do sales, I could do sales. So today we're going to touch on that. Can anyone be an outside salesperson? Because some of us just make it really look too damn easy for the rest of you, don't we? Yeah, I know we do. But before I go any further, first I would like to say hello to one of my little fans out there. Her name is Mary. Hi, Mary. It's nice to see you. I'm Martina. Anyways, Mary comes to us from one of our good friends who's in outside sales. Her name is Katrina. Won't say the last name just to protect the innocent. But met Katrina years ago. She's outside sales as well. And she's one of those awesome women that make it look really easy to her. She makes you think you could do it too, when in fact, some of you just can't. Just saying. But anyway, so today I actually did a little bit of research and kind of some reading on what type of personality traits it takes to be in outside sales. And some of it I agree with, some of them I don't, and some of them I'm going to add a little bit to it. Just because outside sales it's not for the weak at heart. Truly, it is not. If you have a problem with rejection, if you have a problem with lack of confidence, no self-discipline, no time management, anyways, it's probably not going to be for you. But a little bit background history on me, just in case you've never read my bio. Anyways, outside sales, I started in outside sales as a single mom of 2 kids. And the reason why I thought it was best for me was because of the fact it allowed me the flexibility. I was able to be mom, not only just a regular mom, but an awesome mom. I didn't miss any school events, parent-teacher conferences. I was always home when the kids arrived at home. So it allowed me to be everything I needed to be. Now, in order to provide for them the way I needed to provide for them, I also had to have a lot of really good traits. The main thing I had to have was self-discipline. So if you don't have self-discipline, this isn't for you. And what I mean by self-discipline, it means, hey, I've got structure in my life. I'm working from 9 to 4, and that's what I'm going to do to sell my product, to be out there selling my product. That means when one of your friends needs a favor at 2 o'clock, then you have to tell them no. Because if you were working in an office, they wouldn't call you and ask you for that favor. Believe me when I tell you that. People tend to ask outside salespeople to do things for them that they won't ask other people to do that have an inside job because they think that you're not doing anything anyways. So it never dawns on them that you have a schedule. So it requires self-discipline and it requires structure. So I knew I was going to work these hours from like 10 to 4, 9 to 4, whatever the case may be. It allowed me to be everywhere I'm going to be and need to be. Now, when I say I'm working from 9 to 4, that's usually where I'm actually looking for those clients, right? So that was my structure and that's how I did things. Now I'll answer my phone up until I go to bed. If somebody calls me needing something, I never turn off my cell phone. Never, ever, ever. That is my money. I answer it regardless of where I'm at. If I can't talk, I'm going to text you right back to let you know I can't talk and that you can text me. But it allowed me to make a lot of money, allow my children to travel the world several times, many cruises, built a nice home, and I did it all from a single mom's income, raising 2 kids that were in sports, but I was able to get all that done where I could not have done that with a regular job. Now, this isn't for everybody. Outside sales is not for everyone. One of the things that you require to be an outside salesperson is also you have to be a little bit competitive. You have to not want to be the bottom feeder in a company. Remember, this is the only job that you can have in the world that if you are better than your co-worker, you get paid more. It's not like you both are working at the mall and it doesn't matter, hey, I sold one lady 10 dresses and I was on top of it all day, and the other person sold one and was playing on their phone and they got paid the same. See, outside sales is a different animal. If you work harder and you're better, your paycheck's going to reflect it. Trust me. But you have to stay dedicated and you got to be competitive. If you don't have any goals or you're not competitive and staying at the bottom is not for you, then may I suggest a job at the mall or an office? Answer phones, do something. Also, you have to be goal-oriented. And when they say goal-oriented, a lot of people think in the retrospect of numbers. Hey, they told me to sell 7, I need to sell 10, this, that, and the other. When I think of goal-oriented, I think dollars. I need to be at 90,000, 100,000, 120,000. Those are the type of goals that I like to set for myself. Now, you break that down to a smaller denomination, or a smaller way, then you would go, I need this amount of sales per month to get to my goal. And then that way I know what I need to be, right? Also, you have to be outgoing. You have to be able to sit there and talk to people. You have to be able to, everyone's not a stranger, that everybody you meet is a friend. Everybody has something that you can talk about. You have to be able to communicate, and that's part of being outgoing. Now, I see a lot of these youngsters that they're going to have a lot of struggling to do because they can't even make eye contact, let alone finish a complete sentence with talking to you. They can't do it. They have no communication skills. And parents, you probably need to work on that. If you have youngsters at the house, start teaching your kids to communicate, because our future leaders are going to be communicators. Trust me. So there's going to be a lot of you that are falling behind. You have to be accountable. Good, bad, or indifferent, you have to be accountable. You can't only just take care of your customer. When you sell a customer, you got to be able to hold their hand through the entire single process. When they say accountable, it's not just to your employer. It's to your customers, because your customers are going to be your biggest fans. They are going to send you the referrals. So accountability is not just to the company you work for. It's to the employees that you're providing your services to. And trust me, if you are really accountable with your customers, they can get a hold of you, whether they're having a problem, a good day, need to do an extra location. That customer will stick with you forever. Trust me when I tell you that. Yeah. Anyways, you got to be conscientious. You got to pay attention. Just know what you're doing, which is awesome. You got to be pretty much optimistic. Hey, so what? I didn't sell one today. I'll sell one tomorrow. Or, hey, I've been out here talking to people for the last 3-4 hours, haven't sold anything. But yet I know it's coming, so I'm going to stay optimistic. I used to tell salespeople all the time, if you're out there doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're talking to enough people and you're working and you're doing your job and you're making those contacts, even a blind squirrel will find a nut. Yeah, you will. So anyway, so yeah. So, if, just, be positive, optimistic, because it's coming. If you're working, now if you're a pessimist, this isn't for you. You will be suicidal at the end of the day if you're a pessimist. No one wants to talk to Eeyore. Do you want one? No, that's not what it's going to sell. Optimism is, you got to have the energy. It's kind of an energy that you have behind you. People can feel it, right? They know that you're on target, that you're happy. And one of the ways I stay optimistic is it's not that I look at how many people or if I found a sale for today. I know that if I do what I'm supposed to do every day, that I know the end game. I know how much money I'm going to make for the year because I already know what my closing potentials are. Go on. So anyways, I already know that was my granddaughter walking in. Anyways, and there she is. There she's running behind me. Anyway, so then you have to be a good listener. You can't do all the talking when you're dealing with a customer. You have to be a good listener. So that way customers know that you're listening to what they're talking about. Anyways, yeah, you could tell I'm getting distracted because she's not listening to me. Out. Anyways, back to work. Anyways, so you got to be a good listener. Obviously, she's not as good a listener as I'd like her to be because I asked her to stay out of the office until I was finished. We'll have that discussion later. But anyways, good listener. If you do all the talking while you're in front of a customer and you're not engaging in listening skills, that tells the customer a couple things. First of all, you're probably not going to hear what he wants or she wants. You're going to miss the concerns. You're going to miss the issues that they have with their current service or why they're looking to switch services. You're going to miss all those buzzwords. So you really want to listen because that's most of what salespeople do. We're basically just counselors selling you stuff. But anyways, you have to be confident. You can't lack confidence. You got to feel good about yourself. You got to, have enough rest so that you're not feeling sad. You have to, just be on top of it and just know that you know your product backwards and forwards. So you're representing with confidence. And I'll tell you, and this brings up a great subject. So when a new salesperson starts a company, even though they may be selling that product for many years, if they haven't learned the current company's processes they work with, they lack confidence and the customers can sense it. So, there's that growth period that sometimes we got to give ourselves a little bit so that we get back to our confidence so that we can go ahead and slam dunk where we normally do, right? So little things can throw you off your game. Company can have a new product. They're pushing this certain product. But if you're not confident about that product and you don't have the knowledge that you need to know, the customer will sniff out that you're lacking something. They don't realize it's knowledge and they'll assume it's confidence. So, and if you don't feel good about your product, I can assure you they're not going to feel good about it either, right? Also, you have to be a little persuasive. You have to be able to explain why they want to do business with you. You kind of got to give them that nudge after you've listened, after you've heard their concerns. Then you got to listen and be a little persuasive and explain to them why your services are the best. And it's kind of like, I'll give you a good example. I'll ask my granddaughter sometimes if she wants to take a bath. And a lot of times she'll say, no, I don't want to take a bath. So I've rephrased it because I'm going to get what I want no matter what. So I say, I'm going to make your bath. Do you want a little bit of bubbles or a lot? And I can tell by how many bubbles she wants on how long the bath is going to take. But it's the same thing with customers. I realize this product's probably not for you, but wouldn't you agree that this product will fit you better? Or do you want this product or this product? And it's being persuasive. You're giving them a choice. They feel that they're in control, which they are somewhat, but you're being persuasive and you're pushing that product a certain direction, right? So that you're getting what you want, they're getting what they want, everybody's happy. There you go. You got to have a little bit of a dynamic personality. You got to be a little bit, just out there. I tell everybody, if you've ever been canvassing with me, when I go out to canvass, especially if I've done small businesses, you can hear me from the front door because if there's just a few people in there, I'm saying hello as soon as I walk in. They already feel my energy. They know it's positive. They know it's good. And they know I'm coming to talk to them. They don't have a clue about what yet. but they know I'm coming to talk to them because I've already made sure that everybody knows that I'm in that door as soon as I walk in. And there's nothing wrong with that. Be yourself, be dynamic, and let them see you coming. Hold your head up high, be proud, shoulders up, because I'm a salesperson and I'm proud to be a salesperson. So you're going to know that when I come through that door, right? You got to, it requires structure. You have to have structure to be in outside sales. If you're that person that wants to sleep in till 10 o'clock and, hey, maybe I'll get around, I don't know what I'm going to do today. Maybe I can go out there and do this, and this. This is not for you. Your family will starve, starve, starve. You got to have structure. You have to have discipline. The biggest thing I'm probably really good at is you got to have time management. I know the day before what I'm going to do the next day, including if I have to get up a little bit earlier, if I have to prepare a little sooner, if I'm going to be in the car all day, I need to probably pack a lunch. I need to pack snacks because I'm not going to stop everywhere. I'm going to be very structured with my time. My time management is very important to me. I have a start time and I have an end time. And I know what time I like to be home. My energy is high in the mornings, so I tend to get more done probably before noon than most of you are going to have done by the end of the day. I save my proposals if I'm out pricing people and talking to people. Part of my time management is I'm going to send out those proposals. If I didn't get it to them on the spot for some reason, those proposals are going to go out at night, the night before. They're not going to be done during my work hours and when I should be out soliciting or when I should be calling customers, do callbacks. Anything that I have to do via computer is typically going to be after hours because I can do that right from here in the comforts of my own home, have a cup of coffee, and knock that out. Now, if you, I'll tell you the people that this isn't good for outside sales. If you require a controlled atmosphere and structure, you need somebody to tell you to be here at 9 and then you get off at 4. This isn't for you. You need to stick with your job that you currently have. Outside salespeople, we don't need anybody to tell us that we need to be at work at 9 and we get off at 4. We know what we have to do because we already have our goals, right? Also, let's see, if you can't handle rejection, this isn't for you. So for all you softies and all you new people out there that, are just whatever, hey, they can't call you ugly, they can't be mean to you, they can't talk back to you, they can't tell you no. This isn't for you. I'm going to tell you right now, this is not for you. That's probably why you see more of the OGs doing this than the youngsters, because we can handle rejection. So you got to be able to handle a lot of rejection because 99% of what you hear during the day is going to be rejections. So they're not calling you names, they're not being mean to you. It doesn't mean they don't like you. It just means whatever you're pushing that day, whatever you're selling, they're just not interested. Doesn't mean that they're not interested forever. It just means right now they're not interested. So if you're soft and you get your feelings hurt easily, do not try outside sales because it's not for you at all. Also, we have, let's see here, a lack of patience. If you can't handle a customer and the pausing and the thinking about it and, you want everything like this, the immediate, again, that's a different society. This isn't for you. Sometimes it happens like that, oh yeah, everything's kicking and it's right there on top. Boom, boom, boom. But if this isn't, if you can't handle that, it's not for you. No. Let's see here. Lack of confidence, no time management, and no self-discipline. Kind of went over that. Again, I see so many people out there trying to do outside sales, and it's just not for them. One thing I get irritated with the most, and I get those calls from a lot of people. Hey, what are you doing today? What do you mean, what am I doing? I'm working. What the hell are you doing? Oh, well, I didn't know maybe if you could run me over here, or if you could help me do this or do that. Yeah, when I get off work. But when I'm at work, whether I'm working from home, whether I'm out in the streets, whether I'm just driving my car around, whether I'm on the computer, I'm working. So don't bother me. Have enough respect for the outside salesperson as you do somebody working in the office, right? So anyways, I hope this helped you guys out. Sorry for the little distraction, but it is what it is. Life goes on. It's a Sunday, so hey, it is what it is. So anyways, I appreciate everybody. Everybody say hi to Mary if you see her. Tell Katrina I said hello as well. Anyways, you guys have a blessed day. If I could be of any help, just send me a message or call me. You can reach me always at 469-338-8183. Again, that phone number is 469-338-8183. If you're looking to have someone help train your salespeople, reach out to me. We'll do an analysis, see what's needed, and get you to where you need to be. Again, this is Martina signing out with Sales Leadership and Management for Dummies. Bye-bye.